By the way, there's a huge storm going on outside and the power just went out and I'm having to use my hotspot, so the game is going to be extra laggy. More laggy than usual. Dude, I haven't played Call of Duty in such a long time. Like, Battlefield 6 has drained me. I do have Battlefield 4, so I will probably play that. I'm praying another lightning strike does not hit the house. I'm surprised my computer didn't, like, fry itself. First game back on and I absolutely suck. Whoa, this feels so weird. God, my sensitivity, like coming back and like my sensitivity feels so high. Now, apparently on Twitter, a lot of people are figuring out that Steven Spielberg, that famous movie director, was actually going to direct a Call of Duty movie. Now, as a Call of Duty fan, that sounds really cool, but coming from an outsider's perspective as well, like what makes Call of Duty different from any other, like, you know, modern war movie? Now, if Call of Duty Zombies was a thing as a movie, then that would definitely be something cool. But when I think of Steven Spielberg's, like, you know, war movies, I automatically think, you know, Saving Private Ryan. Fun fact that a lot of people don't know, actually, is that Steven Spielberg was the reason why Call of Duty exists today. Call of Duty was originally a competitor to Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor was a video game related to Saving Private Ryan. And I'm pretty sure the people from the game studio who made the Saving Private Ryan, or Medal of Honor, sorry, the people who made the Medal of Honor video game decided to move to Activision and make their own, you know, World War II shooter. Because up to Call of Duty 4 in 2007, Call of Duty was basically just another World War II shooter. But back to the point of where, you know, Steven Spielberg was supposed to direct a Call of Duty film, like, I just don't see that with any of the Call of Duty games. Like, I really don't. Not even like the older ones from like 2007 to 2012. Like, would they steal some of the campaign plots to, you know, make this film? The only Call of Duty game that I think could actually have like a movie based around it that isn't about the zombies is Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty 4, you know, Modern Warfare 3, okay, maybe Modern Warfare 3, but Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, on any of those games, like, I just don't see that as being, like, you know, movie worthy. It would be a pretty shitty movie if it was. I'm just being honest. I love Call of Duty as a video game, but as a movie, I just don't really see it unless you incorporate zombies. But this also leads into another thing, is that Call of Duty is having a movie made. Apparently Paramount is making a live action Call of Duty game. But this brings up into my next point that, you know, there is a Call of Duty movie being made right now. Not by Steven Spielberg, but by Paramount Pictures. Now, if I thought that even in the older Call of Duty games, it couldn't be a movie, now that it's being made into a movie, like with these modern these modern Call of Duty games, I'm just like, dude, I mean, before you could have probably gotten away with it because Call of Duty had, you know, such a good reputation with its name. But now in this sense, nah, I'm good. Nah. I'm just trying to imagine the storyline in my head, though. It's like, I just don't see any Call of Duty storyline that's like movie worthy. Especially with the modern Call of Duty games. Maybe like with Infinite Warfare, maybe they're creating their own storyline with, you know, like the characters, like, you know, Captain Price, Ghost, and all those other things. I would say it would have to connect to the, you know, the storyline plot of everything, but at this point, Call of Duty doesn't even do that with its campaigns at this point. And that also makes another problem, like, what storyline are they going to connect it to if they do make the movie and they do make an original script? What campaign can they compare it to a game that the players, like, you know, are familiar with? That's like putting Superman into the Twister series. It just doesn't make sense. You can't just put Captain Price and, you know, all these random other characters like Ghost and everything, because these characters have lore. But back to the point about, you know, zombies and everything. Like, zombies, like a zombie movie about Call of Duty would be great for the community. That's what I'm seeing most on Twitter, is that people are more leaning against, you know, not having a war film, but having a zombie film. Now, I am not, you know, fully like invested into the Call of Duty, like the campaign, nor the zombies lore or whatever, because there's like 24-hour videos just explaining, you know, the Call of Duty zombies lore in depth. The only Call of Duty zombies that I've ever been invested to was Black Ops 2 and World at War. Other than that, nothing else has really interested me. But it's just really interesting, like, how are they going to attack this? With the image that Call of Duty has now, I just feel like it's going to end up like another Halo series, and especially since it's Paramount, I don't know, man. It's getting really weird. A Call of Duty movie. Really weird timeline we're living in.